Everybody, Pete Herber here. We're going to cover the installation process for a WPC pre-DCS, WPC DCS, and WPC-S Pin2Dmd installation. And for the sake of time, I've already taken the stock DMD off of this Doctor Who, which is an interesting specimen here because it has the prototype moving Dalek head, which is something you don't see all the time. Kind of cool. Anyway, what's nice about the Pin2Dmd, among other things, is that it uses the same footprint that stock DMDs use. And what you're going to want to do once you have your DMD off, your stock DMD or old DMD off, is just to orient the Pin2Dmd on the 4 corner standoffs as such. Here in just a second. 1 second. This one's got one of those light boards that you might find on games like, well, obviously Doctor Who, Indiana Jones, if they've got the jackpot lighting kit. And it's not a big deal to navigate, but you just probably want to start with the first 2 standoffs on the front corners as opposed to the back. And then the next thing that I do is I plug in the ribbon cable from the DMD controller board. It's notched generally, and that matches up with the notch on the box connector on the Pin2Dmd. And pin 1, which is indicated by the red line on the left, should be going to the left from your orientation, and it just plugs in as so, just like that. Make sure the connection's secure. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is find your power harness, which is supplied with the Pin2Dmd. It's this guy here. And it consists of 3 connectors. One is essentially where the split happens, and that's the one with the 4 wires coming off of it. It's keyed. It's an improvement for 2025, 2026. Then the Z connector, which is also keyed. I don't know why the focus is such a, there we go. And then finally, the connector that goes to the Pin2Dmd itself, also keyed. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unplug the female connector at J116. And a lot of times these connectors will get mixed up. People work on these boards, and because they're all keyed alike, they can wind up in the wrong spot. And so one of the things that may happen when you flip your DMD on for the first time is you'll see snow on the actual picture and no animations. It'll look like a TV channel that's not tuned in. If that happens, then just switch your plug from J116 to J118, and that should fix the problem. But that's something that commonly happens. But we're going to go with 116 because that's generally what works the best. And once we take that female plug off the game, we're going to plug in the connector that has the 4 positions coming off of it. And again, it's keyed at position 1. And it plugs in as so. Just like that. Don't force it. If you're forcing it, it's backwards, or it's just off and it's plugged in wrong. So that key is there to make sure that it doesn't go in the wrong way. And just for reference also, gray or red will be your power. Black is always your ground, okay? And so the next thing you're gonna wanna do is take the plug that you just unplugged from J116 and put it on the Z connector. And once again, that plug from your game, sorry, get my finger out of the way. That plug is also keyed, position 1. And so you'll just wanna line up the key with the vacant spot on that Z connector. I'm just gonna set this down for half a second. See if I can, that's not gonna work. One-handed filming, the hazards. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Z connector, plug in the games connector, sorry for this, and we'll plug it in as so. And the way that you check your work is to just make sure that gray lines up with gray at position 2, and ground, black, lines up with ground in position 3. Position 4 is a no connect, and 1 is the key. And as long as it looks like that, you're golden, okay. And then lastly, you plug in power to your Pin2Dmd, that's this guy right here. And it's also labeled on the 12 volt input from the DMD itself. Again, position 1, which is vacant, is the key. 12 volts is 2. Ground is 3, and 4 is a no connect. And so you just want to line it up like this. And again, it is keyed, so you don't plug it in backwards. Just goes in like that. Okay. And then it's as simple as that. Probably could have done that in about a quarter of the time, but just trying to, go at a pace that's comfortable for folks that have never done this before. So what I do until I know everything's working perfectly is I'm gonna run one of these nuts onto the standoff here and get my little Snickers bars fingers into the little crack here. There we go. Sorry. spin that guy on there. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna prop this DMD up. One other thing to double check before you power on is to make sure that this SD card is properly seated. This one is, but a lot of times it'll ship and it'll be like this and your colors look like crap. And generally the symptom of that is you'll get a monochrome type of color scheme on your animation, and it'll be 3 colors only. It'll be red, white, and like an aquamarine. And if that happens, it's just a simple fact that your Pin2Dmd is not getting data, and it's either a loose ribbon cable or this guy is not clicked in. And so you want to do this. And that's what it should look like when it's properly seated. And if you're getting that though, that's probably your issue, okay? So we're gonna just prop this dude up so we can see what's going on before we power it up. First thing you'll see is the Pin2Dmd splash screen, and then the test. All right, we got color. Sweet. And it's that easy. We did that in roughly 6 minutes. So the installation, this is probably the easiest installation on all the platforms, but this should take you no more than 10-15 minutes to have into your game and to be up and running. Obviously, you're going to run the other 3 nuts onto the mounting of the display. Just do it right. Take the time. Put your back glass on, or your translite back on, and play a few games. Let me know what you think in the comments section of Pin2Dmd and the platform. Just a quick closing comment. Pin2Dmd is a community-driven platform by pinball people for pinball people, and I love it for that reason. And again, it's not a profit endeavor. It's really designed to be a low-cost alternative to what else is out there. And I won't mention any particular names, but I'm sure you know what comes to mind. As opposed to paying $400 or $500 a pop for one of these, they come in at about half that cost, and I would highly advocate looking into them if you haven't already done so. I will also leave my contact information in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Cool with me. If this has helped you, give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Otherwise, if you have any questions, my contact information is available. And then also, you can also leave questions in the comment section, and I'll check that from time to time. But thank you again. I appreciate you giving me some time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.